Hello there, dear friends, and welcome once again to the Relaxed Fantasy Review. On this channel, we spend our time looking at fantasy of all sorts, from books to movies to video games, and applying the characters within into the tabletop game Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition. Today, though, we're going to be looking at a core mechanic of D&D itself. Specifically, we're going to be looking at the class that is not in the Player's Handbook. Player's Handbook started with 12 different classes, everything from barbarians and fighters to bards and wizards and rogues, but something was missing. Something was missing from the list, and so in the Ebron book, and then later expanded upon in Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, came the Artificer. The Artificer is the class that focuses all of their magical energy into items. They are the enchanters of D&D, infusing items with magic, spell casting, but also wielding weapons and having a good versatility on their side. Let's have a look-see how they work in their mechanical sense. First of all, Artificers have a hit dice of D8, which makes them a little more beefy than your average spellcaster. D8 is not a tank hit dice, but it's right up there with the clerics, so I give it an 8 out of 10. Then their armor. They get light, medium, and they can use shields. So everything short of heavy, which is great for a spellcaster. Again, I give this a 9 out of 10. It's phenomenal. Then their weapons. They are only able to use simple weapons, but that's okay. Simple weapons gives you a good amount of stuff to whack people with. So I give that an 8 out of 10. Then their tools. See, that since they're item-based characters, they love their tools, and they get 3 to start with. They get Thieves' Tools, they get Tinker Tools, and they get a choice of another set on top of all that. 3 sets of tools is 3 times as much as any other class gets, and that's assuming that your background doesn't give you more. So yeah, 9 out of 10. Tools don't always come in handy, but man, they really give you some good selections here. Then your saving throws. You get Constitution and Intelligence. Constitution is one of the best saving throws to get, making you able to keep your spells sticking. And Intelligence makes sense for an Artificer. So 9 out of 10 and 8 out of 10 for those. Then come their skills. They can choose 2 skills from a list of 7. They're not a skill junkie in any way, but this is not terrible. I give that an 8 and a 7 out of 10 for the number and the amount. Then, at level 1, they get Magical Tinkering. This allows them to make a number of magical trinkets equal to their Intelligence modifier, which effectively lets them do magic as an item. The magic trinkets will basically cast prestidigitation, making small images, small sounds, small effects. There's a lot of little things that these trinkets can do, and it's just like having prestidigitation on a stick, which isn't bad. You can use it for yourself, and you can hand it out to other folks. I give this 7 out of 10. The prestidigitation spell is useful, but this is a class feature. We're looking for a little more than that. And of course, at level 1, they have their spell casting. They are a half caster, only able to go up to level 5 spells at their peak. So we're looking at an intelligence caster, the only intelligence caster other than the wizard. So that buffs it up quite a little bit, and yeah, 9 out of 10 for half casting. Then, at level 2, they get the Infuse item power. This one is where it really shines. Infuse item allows you to make a number of magical items. This number goes up over time, and each of these magical items can either be enhanced weapons, enhanced armor. There's a huge list of things, and you can even just make magic items straight out of the DM's guide. They become more powerful as you level up. Some of them have level limitations. They're very similar in nature to the Warlock's invocations. The difference being that an Artificer can enchant an item and give it to someone else. Some of these items require attunement, some do not. It basically just makes you the magic item creator, and this is a 10 out of 10 power. Magic items really are difference makers in D&D, and having an Artificer that can just make them for you, even better. Then, at level 3, they get the right tool for the job power. This means that over an hour, they can create a set of artisans tools of their choice. Artisans tools can be used by artificers as their spellcasting focus. So if you lose your spellcasting focus, you can just spend an hour creating a new set, and now you can keep going. It's a really, really cool power, and it gives you a lot of versatility if you need a specific set of tools for whatever reason. It just makes the Artificer better at doing everything they would normally do, so 8 out of 10 for this. Then they get 5 ASIs, which is very standard in D&D, another 8 out of 10 for them. Then they get Tool Expertise. Tool Expertise is a power they get at level 6, and it gives them the ability to have expertise in all tool checks, which is great, because expertise is a very hotly sought-after skill from bards and rogues, and even though it doesn't work on skills, tools is a pretty versatile thing, and a good Artificer is proficient in a lot of tools. So that's pretty good. I say Tool Expertise, 7 out of 10. Again, it's not the most applicable thing, because tools don't always come up, but when they do, it's going to help out. Then comes the Flash of Genius power at level 7. This allows them to, basically, if they make an ability check or a saving throw, you can add your intelligence modifier to that check or saving throw a number of times per day equal to your intelligence modifier. It's kind of like the Paladin's auras that keep people buffed with his charisma modifier, except it's for specific people, and you can only do it a few times per day. Still, buffing saving throws is nice. In fact, it's really nice, since intelligence is your top stat. So, 9 out of 10 for buffing saving throws and ability checks. I'd say it's like a lesser aura or a super bardic inspiration. Kind of. Next up, the magic item Adepts. You get this at level 10, and it makes it so that you can attune to a 4th magic item, which is fantastic, since everyone's limited to 3, and this gives you an extra one. It also makes it so that if you're going to build a magic item using a crafting system, it takes less time and less gold. So once again, more magic items, easier to make magic items. This is good. You're not going to be making magic items that much unless you're using your infusions to do it, but that's a little different. This is actually a crafting thing. I give it 8 out of 10. Then, the spell storing item at level 11. Spell storing item allows you to basically turn any item into a spell storing ring, but only with one 1st or 2nd level spell put into it. Still, taking just a ring or an object, hell, it could be a pebble for all I care. It could be a coin. Something that will allow you to just chuck it at your fighter or your rogue and be like, there you go. There's a free shield. There's free invisibility. There's a free Misty Step. A free Find Familiar. Who knows? The idea is that you can pass it on and allow spells to be handled by other folks. This is super powerful. Giving non-spellcasters the ability to cast spells just changes the game. And since they're using your spell modifier to do it, as long as your intelligence is top tier, which it probably will be at this point, you're going to be handing out powerful spells. So 10 out of 10 for handing out magic. Then comes magic item Savant. This allows you to attune to 5 magic items, and you can ignore things like race, class, level, basically anything you want. If you can find a magic item, you can use it. It doesn't matter what it is. This is powerful. A lot of good magic items are limited by who can use them, and simply having this power gives you more versatility. 9 out of 10. Then at level 18, magic item Master. This allows you to attune to 6 magic items. Holy crap. 6 magic items is twice what a normal person can attune to. So yeah, of course you're going to want this. And it's a 10 out of 10. The more magic items, the better. Finally, at level 20, the Soul of Artifice. the Soul of Artifice power basically powers you up and protects you from death. You get a +1 to all of your saving throws for every magic item you're attuned to. So if you're attuned to 6, you get an extra +6 to every saving throw. This is very comparable to the monk's Diamond Soul power, except better, because it doesn't just make you proficient in everything, it gives you the bonus to everything on top of proficiency. Your constitution and your intelligence is going to be off the charts. And if you're reduced to 0 hit points, you can use your reaction to end one of your Artificer infusions, by which point you will have several infusions active. At level 20, you will have 6, or you can have 6. Every time you drop to 0 hit points, you can just drop an infusion, that item stops being magical, and you get back up with 1 hit point. So it's extra lives all around. This is overpowered as hell. Super saving throws, lots of extra lives that you'll have. How do you kill a level 20 Artificer? Like, I know it's a capstone feature, but it's a fantastic capstone feature. 10 out of 10. Easy. So yeah, the Artificer is a great class. It has the versatility of its infusions. It has all of the phenomenal spell casting, the magic items that it can wield, twice as many as anyone else. And it can wear just armor, use weapons. Artificers can do a lot. They are a very, very versatile class, and honestly, were built to shine amongst the best in D&D 5e, since they were the only ones to appear after the introduction of the Player's Handbook. I recommend Artificers with a solid 9 out of 10, and think that anyone would enjoy it. They can be a little complex, but once you get the hang of them, oh man, they can do it all. This has been the Relaxed Fantasy Review. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe down below, and keep your eyes peeled for more reviews coming down the line soon. Have a good one, my friends.